Going on, party people? It is Sunday Fun Day. You already know we got watches to give away. That's what's up, guys. All right, I'm your host, Jory Goodman, the Time Teller from the Time Teller channel. Hey, if you haven't already, go ahead, hit that subscribe button over here at Wolf Watch Club, because I take over every single Sunday. And yeah, there's throughout the week some extra content that often comes out anyway, but at minimum, don't you want to know who's gonna win a watch? Because that's typically what we do here. We find out who is taking home some incredible watches. Adam is already in the chat. Orbiting opposite, Jim's Gambit. We got the regulars here. I'd love to see some new faces as well. Can I get some confirmation in the chat that you guys can see me, that you guys can hear me okay? Because as, well, per usual at this point, we have some very smooth, calming, seductive, even, dare I say, sensual lo-fi music in the background. And it's a whole lot of fun. So, except for last week, we had an ad play in the middle of... It's like, dude, I'm just here for for the music. Can you shut the F up? Anyway, so I just want there to be a disclaimer. If there is a drop in frame rate or things freeze, refresh your page, your browser, and typically that fixes the problem. However, if the stream straight up cuts, then have no fear, refresh, go to the Wolf Watch Club YouTube channel, and I will build a brand new stream. So unless there's like a power outage or something, there is no scenario in which you will not find out who wins a watch, okay? Now, Wolf Watch Club says 96 tickets left, everyone. Sean Miller is here. Thomas Fitz, Master Chronometer, Alan, KLIMC, and Chicken CS. Chicken CS is a very good supporter of mine over at the Time Teller channel, so I really do appreciate seeing some of the same faces, and again, we would love to see some new faces here. So what is going on today? Well, a winner's choice. That is what's going on. We have 26 minutes and some change to go. I'm going to refresh the page. 84% down. Also, you know, in 7 days, same time, same place, next week, we're going to figure out who's taking home this GMT Master 2 Batman, so stay tuned for that. But today, a winner's choice. What does that mean? Well, Wolf Watch Club, please confirm in the chat. I believe this is the 4th winner's choice that Wolf Watch Club has done, and this is what separates the proverbial men from the proverbial boys in this industry. You know, there's a lot of faceless, nameless luxury giveaways on social media, but most of the time they advertise a watch. They may or may not sell tickets or whatever, and then someone may or may not win a watch, and you never hear about it, you never see anybody, and that's it. Here you actually see people involved, you see the winners, and you got me, the Time Teller, blathering on every week, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Give me a green for go, a red for no in the chat. Are you enjoying me hosting these? I would love to hear from you, and I'm sure Wolf Watch Club would love to hear from you, because if you guys don't like me, they will can my ass. They're gonna fire me. So hopefully there's a whole lot of green in the chat. But another thing that separates Wolf Watch Club from these other nameless, faceless organizations online is that they do things called winner's choice, where when there's a watch and that has multiple variants, even if it's fairly difficult to find all the variants, they give the winner an option to pick which variant they want. That is crazy, okay? And in this case, again, I believe it's the 4th winner's choice that they've done. I could be wrong. Wolf Watch Club in the chat, please confirm. But they've done a few. They've done a few at this point, and I've been the host for most of them. In this case, it's the Black Bay chronograph, and these are the, I will say, incredibly polarizing yet successful releases of Tudor's catalog. There's one belovedly called the Pepto, which is the pink one, and the Tiffany, which is obviously the blue one. James Shanahan is here. Ow! We got some green in the chat from Thomas Fitz. We got some green cash money from Sean Miller. We got people from Green Bay, from Huntsville, Pittsburgh, Hubbardson, Massachusetts. Hey, another New Englander. Ow! From James Shanahan from St. Louis. Lenny Lamb says, Joey is the host with the most. I know he meant Jory, but you know, that damn autocorrect. Yes, 4 to 5 winner's choice draws to date. Hey, that's insane. Thomas Fitz is leaning towards the flamingo blue, but it's close. Lenny Lamb says, Jory. Chicken CS with the green, Adam with the green, a whole lot of green. What is that? 4-leaf clover, a check mark. We have a rock star, we have underwear. We have frogs, snakes, turtles, dinosaurs, beetles, alligator. What is that, a peacock? Imagine God naming a creature peacock. It's kind of like, can you believe that a human named a device a cum piss? That's really crazy. Anyway, moving back to the watch. I like both of these, however, they're incredibly polarizing because people hated this release when it first showed up, and then it ends up, they're like the hottest thing ever. I work with a watch dealer, Happy Jewelers. Shout out Happy Jewelers in Fullerton County, California, or excuse me, Fullerton, California, Orange County. They are an incredible watch dealer. This isn't an ad for them, but they're really, really cool, and I've filmed over there before. And they told me that they got one of the, I believe, Peptos in, and it lasted like 5 minutes. And it's because these things are super hot, and it's not very common that Tudor releases things with, you know, these kind of, I would say, vibrant colors like this. I mean, they're pastel, so I don't know how vibrant a pastel can be, but like, it's not, they're not really known for pops of color. Yes, they have the Harrods edition green. Yes, they have a Pepsi. I'm not saying they don't utilize colors on their bezels or on their dials. However, pink and Tiffany blue like this wasn't super common. So when this showed up, man, I know it might not be for everyone, but it seems like everyone's wanted one. So this is your chance to pick up one of the two. If you win, it's your choice. So pink or turquoise, drop a pink or blue heart in the chat. I want to hear from you. Are you leaning towards the Pepto or are you leaning towards the Tiffany? That's pretty much whichever one. I want to know. Lenny says, my trip is in 2 weeks. I'm leaning towards the pink because it's different. Bradford Steele, the pastor of disaster, says, Jory, the glory in the house, flexing it big. Thank you, dog. God bless you. I love you. You already know. James Gambit says, let's go. Eric Ortiz says, what's up, my brother? What is up, dude? I love these supporters. I look forward to this dang live stream every single week because you guys are awesome. We have Lenny with the pink hearts. We have Master Chronometer Allen with the flamingos. We have Eric Ortiz saying blue. Wolf Watch Club says 91 tickets left. Sean Miller with the blue. Chicken CS says blue. Let me refresh the page. You know, it's funny because who here, let's do, you know what, keep commenting if you're in the chat which one you are leaning towards. I'm going to read off who is responding, of course. However, is Linky, I just felt him. Hold on. Linky. Oh, here he is. He's running over. 1 second. Linky. Come here, buddy boy. Say hi to the people. Say hi to the people at home. Can we get a like for Link? He's like a Wolf Watch Club mascot at this point. Look, he has a perfect center part, too. It's so funny. Say hi. Say hi to people at home. He just woke up. Okay, so what I was saying is while you guys are listing off which one you are leaning towards, I also want to do a wristwatch check. James Shanahan says, meow. It's kind of like a howl, but from a cat. Esteban says, maybe pink so my girl can wear it. Amen. Link just responded to that howl. We got some Thomas with the cat in the chat. Oh, Dr. Seuss, the cat in the chat. Master Chronometer Alan with the cat emojis. We're going to do a wristwatch check, but I have a question because it pertains to the colors on the, like, this, oh my god, I'm having a stroke. With this option here, with this winner's choice option. He inspired the wolf logo. I'm honored. You hear that, Link? So, you clearly have pink and blue. I've always said that blue is the easiest color to wear day to day. If you want a color on your watch, blue is typically the best option. However, not Tiffany blue, not powder blue, and pink isn't even in the question, right? These are louder than that. And that's why I think it was such a polarizing release. I also think that because it's so different, both options, these haven't been able to stay in an AD because dealers just can't, they can't hold on to them. So my question is, when it comes to your watch, I'm gonna do a wristwatch check. Okay, I'm wearing today a Rolex Explorer 2 16570. This is the 40mm oyster case with a red GMT hand. Can we get a like in the chat for that? But here's the thing. The most color that I typically have, like for instance, this has a little tiny splash of red, right? So for a daily watches aren't really known to have a ton of color on them. You know, if white is the absence of color and black is the absorption of all colors, then typically a blue is more tame, right? Thank you, Wolf Watch Club. But for some reason, man, I am telling you, you go to any Red Bar meet, you go to any watch AD, they will tell you these chronos have been selling like hotcakes, and it seems like people just like wearing colors day to day, and that's not typically something that I've experienced in my own collecting habits. Does that make sense? So let me know in the comments section, what are you guys wearing and what do you guys think about the whole color matching and palatability of various colors? I mean, we could go on a huge rant about this when it comes to watch collecting, but you know, gone are the days that watches are just all black dials, are all silver/white dials, or all kind of ivory-ish dials. That's gone are those days. Now, again, it's pretty common that we see fairly loud colors. I don't know. Shout out, what are you guys sipping on today? I'm drinking some peach tea. I already had my coffee for today. So, tea still has caffeine, but I'm drinking, you know, I'm nursing it. Randy is wearing a SBGA 471. Eric is wearing a Hamilton khaki Pilot Pioneer. My dad we almost got one for my dad. He really liked that watch. James Shanahan, Christopher Ward rep coming soon to our next Red Bar meetup with watches. Wonder if he or she will bring a new GMT. Man, everybody wants one of those. Adam says Black Bay Pepsi Black Dial, great watch. Magnus says love colorful watches, fun, always casual, so it works for you. That's perfect. Orbiting Opposite says G-Shock 5600. Orbiting Opposite must be a viewer of mine because I've told everybody they need to get a 5600 somewhere in their collection. You guys all need a 5000 series G-Shock. I have one right here. I just took it off the strap. I have strap adapters on it. These are titanium strap adapters. I need to so before they kind of disappeared years ago, I met with the owner of J's and K's, and he gifted me a set of these titanium spring bar adapters for G-Shocks, and I don't think you can find these from J's and K's anymore. So it was just early on in my time teller career. Tudor Ranger 39mm black. Kids like bright colors. Us old dudes prefer more timeless and colorless, apparently. Thomas Fitz blueberry hard apple cider. Ooh, I don't drink, but that sounds good. James Shanahan. I have watches with black and white dials, but there's also some color in my watch box: blue, green, red. James Shanahan. No pink or light blue yet. Well, hey. It's the first time for everything. I think that it's so funny because I've had rules in watch collecting that I consistently break, and I found that oftentimes when I say, "Oh no, I wouldn't wear that color," or "No, I don't like that. I don't like that." I find a watch that breaks that like arbitrary rule I've made for myself, and I just kind of need a watch. Like, for instance, skeleton watches, open heart watches. I didn't like those. I did not like those at all. Let me refresh the page here. And then I saw the Hamilton Jazzmaster open heart. I had to have that watch. I bought it. I eventually sold it, but I had to have that watch. I was obsessed with it. So I want to hear from the comments, what's some rule of yours when it comes to watch collecting and what you like that you've broken? Does that make sense? Like, what's a rule that you've broken for yourself? I'll give you another one. Leather straps on dive watches. When I first started watch collecting, I thought that was like such a big no-no because I heard everyone say that it's such a big no-no. And then I put a distressed leather strap on my SKX. And I was like, dude, this looks so badass. And I kind of just left it there for a really long time. Now it's on a canvas strap, but I want to hear from you. What's a rule that you thought existed in the watch world, in horology, that you just realized it doesn't matter and you kind of broke that rule for yourself? 87%, 81 tickets left on these Black Bay Chronos. Someone's going to take them home today, and someone's going to have a very cool, very desirable watch because, again, you cannot find these anymore. Magnus just got some J's and K's from my beater work Casio. So I add a comfy FKM strap. Yeah. I'm telling you, resin rot is a real thing on G-Shocks or, similar watches. People don't want to acknowledge that, but it's true. So getting an adapter and being able to put on your own straps, it just makes sense. It just makes sense at this point. So 75 tickets. Wolf Watch Club coming in with the ticker. Only 75 left, guys. Go ahead and check it out. So I also want to have a question. Speaking of this, I'm gonna show you something. Okay, I'm gonna pull the camera in closer. Okay, you can see me. If you look, here's my Explorer 2. This is a 16570. This is a 40 mil, right? This is the red GMT hand because I thought that that's really like this is the one that when I was little I really wanted. And when I say little, I mean pre-time teller days. This is the one that I thought was so cool because I didn't really know much about the Steve McQueen when I was like a little kid. So when I was like, I'll say late teens or whatever, this is pretty much the one that I knew about. And I thought that GMT was so interesting, that being able to track 2 time zones on a mechanical watch was insane. So when I got enough money, I splurged and I bought myself this. Who is interested in having... I'm not talking about this one. I'm saying for the next or a future Wolf Watch Club draw, would you be interested in a new Polar? And I'm not talking about a 16570. I'm talking about like a, 216-570 or whatever the current reference is. Polar Explorer 2, and be an Explorer 2 owner like me? Or would you like to see an IWC Engineer? Those are 2 incredible watch choices. So comment Polar If you want to see Wolf Watch Club do a polar draw, or comment IWC if you want to see an IWC engineer up for grabs here at Wolf Watch Club. I want you guys to vote because I know Wolf Watch Club. Hey, Wolf Watch Club got mad at me the other day because I was having you guys choose what you'd like to see, and they were like, you kept choosing really expensive watches, and I'm like, this is Wolf Watch Club, bro. But I don't think they'll mind. Wolf Watch Club, I'm allowed to do this, right? So I'm asking the people, do you want a Polar or do you want an IWC? Chicken says both are insane. I agree, because we got good taste around here. Eric Ortiz says Polar. Marius says Polar. Lenny Lamb says bipolar, which I agree. Master Chronometer Allen says Polar. Thomas Fish says, rule I broke was that I turned off by... Oh, that I was turned off by the COVID Rolex unobtainable period, which we are dealing with the ramifications of, by the way. Where ADs played games, and I said that I would not buy a Rolex. Fast forward, I have a 39mm Explorer 1. Yeah, that happens. Dwayne says Polar. Ram Biker says IWC forever. Ooh, we got an IWC. We got an NG fan. Maria says Polar. James Shanahan says Pole Dancer. Chicken CS, both are insane. Thomas Fitz says Polar. Randall says IWC. Esteban says IWC. Chicken CS, IWC underrated. Magnus says IWC. So the IWC people, it took them a little bit longer to show up, but they're here now. Sean Miller says Polar. Ram Vikers says IWC forever. Adam says I have an Explorer Polar and love it, so gotta pick an IWC. Hey, that's the only one left, right? I'm gonna tell you right now. Okay, 73 tickets left. Anthony is here. He says missed last week, but here today. He's got that pink flamingo. I'm gonna be honest. I would choose an IWC as well because I already have an Explorer too. But here's the honest truth. You're not gonna go wrong with either of them, and having a watch that is built to such specifications and functionality, like built with purpose, right, is so cool, and one of the coolest parts about watch collecting. Like, you can have a watch that is designed from the ground up to meet a specific standard, like, for instance, anti-magnetism, right? And to other people who aren't watch nerds, they might not understand why that's so cool, because they don't really know what goes into watchmaking. Watches are things that have hundreds of tiny little components working together in unison to consistently and repetitively give out accurate, highly accurate information. And that information being time, you know what I mean? And then we add the complications to that. And again, that's why they are called complications, because they complicate the movement. It's really, really cool. So having something like an engineer makes a lot of sense if you geek out like me with watches. On the other side of the coin, we look at the Rolex Explorer 2 Polar, and having a watch built from the ground up for an explorer, a cave diver, an dude. I know that this isn't a Seiko alpinist, but an alpinist, someone that's up in the mountains or down in a cave for long periods of time, they have to know what day it is. They have a date. They have to know if it's day or night. Give it a 24-hour indicator or a GMT complicate. It's like, it's pretty cool. It is pretty, like, it's insane. So these are function-built tools, and you can't go wrong with either. I will tell you, I am blessed enough to have an Explorer 2 Polar in my collection already. I'm wearing it. However, I will absolutely have a engineer at some point in my collection, because you know who designed the IWC engineer? I want someone to comment it right now. Lanny Lamb says, love me some anti-magnetism. Matt Moss is here. Bradford Steele, the pastor of disaster, says, watch collecting is biblical. Jesus said, keep watch. He must want me to have one. Amen. James Shanahan, Chicken CS, you are both correct. Gerald Genta. So having a watch with the lineage and heritage of probably one of the most famous, if not the most famous, horologist, then I mean it's who could fault you for that? I'm gonna be honest. That is probably one of engineer Jory. I just say Ingy. Okay, I'm just gonna say Ingy. I'm gonna call it by its beloved nickname. The Ingy is a great watch. It has Genta lineage. It's probably one of my favorite Genta designed watches. Other than, I'm gonna let you guys guess. What is my all-time favorite Genta watch? Think about who I am and what I'm really into in the watch world. When it comes to watch collecting, who am I and what am I? What is like my forte, right? What is the thing? What is the segment of watch collecting that I'm really interested in? I'm giving you 2 hints. That and it's a Genta watch. I'll wait. Sean Miller says, a friend of mine bought an engineer and returned it because it ran slow. That's crazy. We got some people commenting the correct things. Bradford Steele and James Shanahan says vintage. Sean Miller got it. Esteban got it. Eric Ortiz says the Goodman GMT. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. But that's actually not designed by Genta. That was designed by me. So you know what? I might actually be the biggest name in horological watch design. I'm joking. Yes, it is the Universal Genève Pole Router. That is my all-time favorite Gerald Genta design. That was his breakout design with the use of a micro rotor. Such a cool component with a micro rotor, and it is literally one of the most gorgeous watches. Yes, my forte in this hobby happens to be vintage watches. Getting Genta's essentially, ostensibly first design is, I think, very cool and underrated. You want to talk about the IWC being underrated? I think the UG pole router is incredibly underrated. And another big problem is I don't have one in my collection yet. So the one I want, here's the issue. Condition is key. I want one in good condition. And if I'm going to spend the money on one, I want one in precious metal. And they did make some in solid gold. So I think I'm going to bite the bullet. At some point, I'm going to utilize my sources online. I'm going to hunt down viciously a precious metal UG pole router, and I'm going to do a review on it when I get one. But, I got some other things that I'm dealing with my health and stuff at the moment. So might not be anytime soon because my priorities have shifted into making sure I am healthy. And I don't know if you guys know this, but medical assistance and medical care in the United States is not cheap. So I've been dealing with that. We got 25 seconds, left, and we're going to find out who is taking home one of these Black Bay Chronos, the Pepto or the Powder. Pepto Pink, Powder Blue. People call it also the Pepto Pink or the Tiffany. There's a bunch of different nicknames, but we're going to see 3, 2, 1. Okay. The party's over. I'm just kidding. The party's not over. But I do need to let you know. I have to do that stupid disclaimer. And by stupid, it is actually necessary because YouTube highly regulates these kinds of competitions. Yes, I hope someone in the chat wins as well because it'd be really fun to talk to them after the competition. Okay. I, Jory Goodman, and the Time Teller Productions LLC. No one on my team. No, I don't either. We don't choose the winners. All right, we don't sell the tickets and we don't handle the money. Wolf Watch Club also does not choose the winner. It is all done. Boom! Third party here at randomdraws.com. This is pretty much the standard when it comes to a good online randomizer. So any online competition worth their salt is going to use randomdraws.com. They do all the ones and zeros, all the beeps and boops, and all we need to do is get the CSV file. What is a CSV file? Well, Wolf Watch Club is very above board, so only when these metrics turn 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, that is when a CSV file is created. It has all the names and entries and all that pertinent information. We take that and we put it in to randomdraws.com, and that is when they do the the randomization and the choosing. So we're not actually the ones choosing, because let's be honest, guys, if it were up to me, excuse me, I would just choose myself every week. We're gonna do Tudor Black Bay Chrono, and I'm gonna do WC for winner's choice. Organization, of course, it's Wolf Watch Club. We already know that. We're going to go to continue. This is a standard draw, so we're going to keep it standard draw. This is where I put in the CSV file. They've already told me that the CSV file was sent, so I'm going to go into my email. Make sure that you guys can... let me see. Got it. Okay, it's downloading. Perfect, perfect. It is... Let me make sure that I got it. Okay, perfect. I got it. Gonna put it in 1 second. Awesome. All right, so here is where we see that CSV file. All right, this is a header row. So ticket number, name, country, order number, purchase date. That is what the information that we will see here. That's a header row. Boom. Now this is the fun part. We see all these different denominations of points, prizes, and money. And today we are doing a Tudor Black Bay Chrono winner's choice. Now only one person is going to win the Tudor Black Bay Chrono. However, Wolf Watch Club gives back. Link's yelling in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. And they do what's called Wolf Points. So a couple of you guys are going to win 3,000 points. And then, we're not done yet. 7 of you are going to win. Let me make sure. 1,000 points. It's so funny. One time, I always bring this up because people still DM me and laugh about it. One time, I like totally misread the directions from Wolf Watch Club, like the pre-show prompt. And I gave away like 1 billion wolf points. And they're like, you know we have to honor this, right? And I'm like, whoops. And they're like, you were very generous today, Jory. So I gave like 1 million points away, whatever, big deal. Deal with it. So we got Tudor Black Bay Chrono winner's choice. We got 3,000 wolf points. We got 1,000 wolf points. A bunch of you guys are going to take something home if you entered. And that's what's awesome about these competitions. So best of luck to everyone. We want this draw to take place immediately. Of course, if you take too long, they kick you out and they make you re-log in. So give me 1 second for that. Don't want to dox myself here. That's probably going to make me do a CAPTCHA. I hate this. Hey, what's a traffic light look like? Oh, dude, I did it first try. I'm the freaking man. All right, here we go. We see all the entries. We see all the, prizes. Bing, bing, bong. Let's do this. Ready? In 3. In 2. In 1. Who saw the winner? I'm going to read them. For 1,000 Wolf points each, Jason Magnuson, David Hughes, Jason Hahn, Terry Chu, Steve Thomas, Derek Gardner, Rick Soto Ruiz. You've won 1,000 Wolf points each. Use these points similar to currency over at Wolf Watch Club for future Wolf Watch Club draws. For 3,000 Wolf points each, Michael Steinberg and Carrie Batista. Carrie, a prior winner of a watch. So congratulations, you just won some Wolf points there. And drum roll. This is why we're here. Ow! Can we get some howling in the chat? This is a really cool name. I'm very excited to read this name. I'm going to put some spice into this. Arnoldo Saucedo. Gasolina, dame man gasolina, gasolina, dame man gasolina. Sorry, guys. Hey, my middle name's Fernando, okay? So I'm a Spanish Jew. So I'm allowed to put some salsa in that if I want to. Arnoldo Saucedo. Ooh, picante. Ay, ay, ay. Sorry, that was... Hey, it's not a time teller live stream if there isn't some casual racism, right? I'm joking, guys. Have a great day. Today was actually a very fun, I would say productive live stream. We had a lot to talk about today. And I think the streams keep getting better and better and better. Thank you to Wolf Watch Club for having me be the MC here on Sundays. Thank you to the chat and the viewers for humoring me and putting up with me for 30 or so minutes. And I will see you same time, same place. Van Pre says, oy vey. Oh my god, people are... It's so funny when people get mad when they find out I'm Jewish. My name is Jory Goodman. And look at me. I'm so Jewish, my face is circumcised. It's like not... It's not hidden, guys. But, you know, it is what it is. Oy vey, oy gewalt. We got a Longines moon phase up for grabs over on the Wolf Watch Club site. Such a gorgeous watch. It is sporty. It is elegant. It is nice. Arnaldo has entered with 3 tickets. He won with only 3 tickets towards the Tudor. So we will wait with bated breath to hear which it's a winner's choice, so he gets to choose, right? And don't forget, next week, same time, same place, Rolex GMT Master 2 Batman, we will find out. And then in 4 days and some change, we're going to find out who this competition will end for the Longines Moon Phase. So jump on it. Jump on it. Get down on it. All right, guys, I love you. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed, and stay in the fight. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. And always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. That's right. Had to do my catchphrase over on the Wolf Watch Club channel. Yo, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon. Don't miss one of these live